much. We're in Arlington. David, Mark Davis, welcome. How are you?
Good morning.
Hey.
Is there any Trump crime that you and your other folks will not excuse away? I mean, it's gotten really ridiculous.
What would be an example? What would be an example of the crime that you think I or anybody else is too forgiving as? Nate, pick me a crime and we'll talk about it.
I'm going to give you a hypothetical.
Honestly, you answer my question first, and then I'll go wherever you want to go. What is a crime that you feel Trump has committed that you feel that I and others like me have been too dismissive of or too forgiving of?
I don't know, maybe some minor little thing like trying to overturn an election.
Which he did not do. Which he did not do. Which he did not do. So now you want to give me an actual crime?
I don't know, taking top secret documents that you're not supposed to have, and then even bragging and recording yourself about it and acknowledging, before I could have declassified these, but now I can't.
Now we're making progress. Now we're making progress. The documents case at least is something around which there is law, and there is evidence that there's stuff he shouldn't have had. And I certainly haven't said that there's nothing to that, and that should be completely let go. I've said that like every other thing that he's being charged with, it is ramped up in a double standard way. Are you as worked up about the documents in Biden's garage?
No, I'm not.
And why would that?
He gave him back.
Really? So it was he gave him back. Excellent. All right.
Can I give my analogy?
Yes, you surely may.
You said I could.
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
All right. And here's how I feel it's almost gotten to the point that if Trump went out and killed 10 people this afternoon,
right,
you guys would say one of the following.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, those are 10 people, but they were really members of ISIS disguised as normal people. So Trump saved the country. Or you might say that wasn't Trump. That wasn't Trump. It was someone disguised as Trump that killed those 10 people.
Look at the fantasy world that you have to invent in order to contrive your point. Now, but let's go somewhere that's constructive. Let's go someplace that is that's productive. Folks like you wonder how we can be so incredibly forgiving here of somebody we support. It's kind of human nature. Wouldn't you assert that Democrats have been incredibly forgiving of Clinton, who lied to fix a civil rights lawsuit? And I understood this. I understand this. I think you do too.
Absolutely. As a Republican, I was appalled at what Clinton did and got away with.
Well, yeah, you're a Republican. So, but the Democrats.
Did
you expect Democrats in the late 90s to bail on Clinton and no longer support him? Did you expect that of Democrats? Did you expect Democrats to turn on him?
Why do you equate not being...
Answer the question. Answer the question. I'm talking about human nature, which you should be aware of, which I think you are aware of, and that is that people on a given side will always be really forgiving of folks on their side, because what ultimately matters, the thing that matters the most, and I hope this is helpful to you, the reason the Trump supporters are really willing to give him huge chunks of benefit of the doubt is Biden is a freaking nightmare. And there is... all of these things that we want him to win, just as Democrats would want Democrats to win. This is not hard. Do you actually believe that conservatives, that Republicans should take a look at whatever list, real or imagined, that you might cough up and go, oh, this guy is so right, Biden needs to be president? Do you think we should do that?
Who forced Nixon out of office?
Answer the question. Do you think we should do that?
Answer my question.
No.
Hey,
answer the question. I ask you yours first, and then I'll answer yours. Do you think that Republicans, conservatives, should take a look at Trump's foibles and flaws and whatever and go, you know what? They're right. Biden should be president. Do you believe we should do that?
Absolutely, yes.
Then that's just unbelievably stupid. 30 seconds. Ask me your question. I'll answer it because you've been fair to me. Go ahead.
What did the Republicans do when Nixon did what he did? Who were the ones that forced Nixon out?
Well,
do you remember that?
Of course, because Nixon had a Watergate scandal that involved genuinely impeachable offenses and possibly genuine crimes. Republicans turned on Nixon. Democrats did not turn on Clinton. Appreciate you. 826. It really is human nature. Shocker. People want the policies they agree with in the White House. So a president can do all kinds of... Part of the reason Republicans bailed on Nixon... I remember my parents bailed on Nixon. My parents were huge fans of Nixon. Voted for him in 68 when I was turning 11. Voted for him in 72 when I was turning 15. And then, and my parents were crestfallen that Nixon was just imploding. And part of the reason... See, there were two reasons why he deserved the abandonment that he faced. One was what he had done. And two was he couldn't win. You know, is that obviously he'd been, obviously he'd already won a second election, but his agenda was going to be horrifically damaged. He wasn't going to be able to do things anymore in Congress or continue with the agenda. So it was time for a change in presidencies. The left imagines that Trump is somehow similarly guilty of some raft of offenses. And it's the cases against him are simply threadbare and flimsy. Into the newsroom we go.